The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the presenters and guests, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Cincinnati-Hamilton County Community Action Agency or its Head Start program. Previously on Parent Connection.
My wonderful wife, the producer of the show, she went into became the gal about town, getting the word on the street from a couple different parents. So she was asking questions, and we got parents being able to respond because we would like to get all of you to be a part of this the same way, be able to say something, hit the like button, you know what I mean, subscribe. And we're going to come up with a place of email, something that we could send where people could send stuff in and be able to comment with us. So we got some comments and some conversation to start from some of the parents here in Cincinnati. So we're going to sit back and you're going to get some great perspective from me and my brother, and we're going to see what it looks like.
It's time for the perculator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Let's get to this last video.
This the last one?
This is the last one.
Oh man, we did that.
What is your name?
My name is Kimberly Huckleby.
And how many children do you have?
I have 8.
What are their ages, if you don't mind me asking?
22, 21, 19, 15, 14, 12, 7, and 6.
So you should be very wise. You've been, you know all the tricks. If you could share with us, what's one piece of advice that you would give now that you have children that you wish someone would have told you?
If you have multiple children, know that each child is different and respect their differences, and do not hold them to the standard that you hold the next one. And don't show favoritism with your children. Definitely talk to them, learn their learning styles, learn what they like and what they don't like, and just really have. Can you erase that? We gotta do that over.
Oh.
You got a valid point, man, because you know we have multiple children, man.
Hold on, wait a minute. One time for that sister knowing, like, no, let's edit this. We're gonna make sure this is so. No, let's erase that. We're gonna do this over.
I need a redo.
Right, hey, that was perfect. Hey, but that was perfect. Go ahead, I'm sorry, because that was.
You good, brother, man. But yeah, she made a valid point. You know, every child is different, even if you have 2, 4, 6, whatever. Like, you have to adjust your way of thinking for every child, because you know she made a valid point. Because one child may not like cartoons, you know, or it could be anything. But as a parent, you have to buckle down and be like, okay, I know she don't like this, but he like this, or vice versa. Like, you can't treat neither one of your children or your child no different.
For sure. You know what? And I 100% agree and relate to what that sister's saying. Again, I got multiple kids, you know what I'm saying? The idea was every child, and now don't hold them to the standard of the others, right?
Yeah.
And my kids, I'm gonna make sure y'all all see this. So, you know what I mean? With my oldest, Genesis, I will always joke with them and say, like, she made us think parenting was easy. Like, when she was a baby, she barely cried. You know what I'm saying? She only cried when she really needed something. She always laughed at jokes, stuff like that. And her cries wasn't loud, right? So, you know, and then as she got older, she naturally has it in her to want to be the best version of her. You know what I'm saying? So I've never really had trouble with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time we've had any kind of real conflict, has always been like internal, like we're dealing with our relationship. And again, that's strange because we were living in separate homes and at times in different cities, different states, you know what I'm saying? So that one time, different coast, you know what I'm saying? So that was that thing. But she always did, you know what I'm saying? A on a roll. You know what I mean? Like, she just wanted to work, make her own money, got her own car now, got a job in college, you know what I'm saying? It's just different, right? It's just her. But like I tell my kids all the time, my 2 youngest after her, my son and my daughter, that's not even me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I came up, I wasn't that. Like, I'm very smart. You know what I'm saying? I was very smart when I came up, all that good crap. But I don't want to this day, I don't want to do anything that I don't want to do.
Right.
Like, I really don't. Like, and if I don't have to do it, I'm probably not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just who I am. So that. Sorry. So just to say, swipe New scene. So like I told my kids, my son Dre and my daughter Jakayla, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not about trying to be hurt, you know what I'm saying? And I had to apologize to them, you know what I'm saying? I apologize again if I've ever done it, you know what I'm saying? To making them, I don't want them to feel like they have to be hurt. I just want them to be the best version of them, you know, and that could be difficult at times because it do get to that space where it's like, I mean, if this is happening, then that got to happen. You know what I'm saying? Why am I with her? I'm showing up to school for this, that, and the third, but for y'all, I got to show up for this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. And learning those individual personalities and help shape that now is part of like, it's really the funnest part about being, you know what I'm saying, a dad. And again, like I tell them all, I have no favorite. I have an individual relationship with each one of them. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, it's stuff that me and Jakayla talk about that me and her, when we talk about it, we see it freaks everybody else out because they like, what? But me and her, we got me and Jakayla have a very raw relationship. Me and Dre, me and him dive in on stuff that's way different because he was born the same day, you know what I'm saying, and everything.
Right, yeah.
So me and him, we vibe in a whole nother way that none of them will ever get. They just won't, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even the same with my youngest, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really good, really telling, you know what I mean? And
it kind of take me back to a video that you showed us, you know, when we had the fatherhood class. I think it's probably a little bit after that when you and the youngest was skipping rocks. And I was like, man, you know, they kind of took me back because, like, you know, my son and my daughter, they watch different cartoons, but they like some of the same stuff. That's just like my son, he be having me do the New Edition routine with him. Now my daughter, she won't do it. Now Michael Jackson come on, she like to step on my feet, and I gotta like dance with her, like, you know, when I move my feet, she step. But him on the other hand, it's like, you know, I gotta do different stuff with him as well as to do the stuff with her. But it's like that's just like with the video games, like. He may be playing Pac-Man. She don't want to play Pac-Man. She want to play the SpongeBob game where he busts the bubbles and all that stuff like that. So it's like with adapting with how your children is, like it's a lot, but at the same time you have to be mentally equipped to do it.
Yeah,
because it's like if you're not, you that's the one thing you don't want to do. You got to be in tune with your child or your children, because when you get out of tune, it's hard to get back in tune.
Yeah. You know, another thing I would add to what she said is spend individual time with each child too when you got multiple kids. You know what I mean? Because they lifestyle then becomes I have to share. Right? Mm-hmm. But it's okay to let them know individually, like, this is our time. This is you. I'm with you. I'm rocking with you, or both your parents and just you, or you see what I'm saying? I think that matters. In fact, I haven't had an individual date with none of my daughters in a minute. And my son here in California, miss him so much. Miss you so much, son. You know what I'm saying? You should be home. You need to come home. But that's just me being me. I had to put my little plug in there. But not like I haven't had in a minute, and it's about that time. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? Being able to spend that individual time with each kid, and because that helps cultivate that. Like you said, that helps get you mentally ready. Yeah. I mean, mentally in the space, because you know what I'm saying? It's easy to get lost in the sauce with so many, but being able to tune into you like individually, I think that part really matters.
We got one more video.
What's your name?
Ronita Dean.
And how many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
What's their ages?
They are 12, 10, and 3.
Awesome.
Actually 4, just turned 4 in July.
If you had one piece of advice you'd like to give parents, what would it be?
Be resourceful. There are so many agencies and organizations that are in the Cincinnati area that have free or low-cost programs for kids to get involved with, whether it's education, whether it's leadership, whether it's social. So use the Google machine and find stuff. Get your kids involved. Get them out in front of the TVs and out in front of video games and interacting with other kids and adults.
Awesome. And what association are you with today?
Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Wonderful.
Hey, let me clear my wife for a second. She pledged nothing. But she admired every sorority out there. First of all, my wife is one of those very, very super feminist. She loves women. She loves empowerment. she just, you know,
Great all around, just
but
great.
that was just funny for her to like just wanted to make sure that the Zetas got their shout out. So Zetas got your shout out.
Hey, shout out to
My
Zay.
homegirl Renee got your shout out. Ebony J got your shout out. I think Aaron, yo, said my homegirl Aaron, yo, said I believe you're Zeta. If I'm wrong, don't kill me because I know y'all take that. If you say it's like saying the wrong stat. If it's blood, each baby crip.
Right.
It's horrible.
It's over.
Be resourceful,
Man.
What do you think about that?
I mean, she made a valid point because, you know, if the resources are there for you to use to, it's not saying that you're a bad parent or anything or you can't parent. It just lets you know that there's nothing wrong with sharpening your skills as a parent to be better than what you already are. That's why they have these services, because there may be something that you're not doing, even though you may be, nobody's perfect, but you're great.
At all.
But there's nothing wrong with getting additional information to help you along the way. You may need some help then or later on down the line, but it's always good to collect all the information while it's there for you to use. Go to the classes. If you can, go to the workshops, go to the meetings, just to soak in all that great information to be better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So anybody that's out there, do not be afraid to use the resources at CAA because they are here. All you got to do is just walk in, go to the desk and ask. Ain't no problem. You will get some help.
It's seriously, and if your child's in Head Start, if your child is in the Head Start and you have one that's young enough or early Head Start, come rock with us. But even then, again, reach out to your family service worker. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
They have the resources. I love what you just said because it put it so perfect. It doesn't mean you don't know how to parent. Doesn't mean that you're not doing a good job. But there are resources out there to make it not as hard. And you know what I love about it most? Because when I teach a parenting class, well, fathers, and now I'm about to be teaching with moms too. You know what I'm saying? But and one of the things that we say is it's like what I keep using our experience. It's not about coming to a class. It's a network.
Right.
You're building a network. You're getting together and having other people who share the same experiences or have more experience, you know what I'm saying, or ones who have less that you can bring up because you have a story. You know what I mean? That matters. Being able to be in that space and tap into those resources and knowing that it's okay because it's there are.
It's a lot. You'd be surprised what you could find out like that you didn't know about, but it'll make it even bad on your part that you didn't take the time to find out.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing. Exposure is the one of the dopest things in the world. I love Kanye recently been on his thing or whatever, and he did say something that I thought was great. God bless. I know everybody hate Kanye. I don't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I
like the old Kanye.
I'm telling you, he had a recent interview you gotta check out.
I might check that out.
We're watching a man go through some things and a parent.
Yeah, because you know, like and honestly, ever since he lost his mom, it's like his whole mental was just, you know, he got to find himself again. And it's a slow process. So
and it's a lot with that, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, for sure. And again, like I said, new parent, you know what I'm saying? All that. So he said something recently that I really respected. He said, as opposed to saying about trying to make sure that people have education, he's using the word exposure. I love that because exposure is really what it is. I tend to believe in the people. I believe in people. I believe that
getting yourself out there, like
I believe that kind of like the movie Trading Places. You took a homeless
man,
bad person off the street, and took this guy from high society, swapped him out, put them in different, exposed them to different elements, because that was the part, the exposure. Exposed them to different elements, and we saw what happened. So that's really what it is. But the resources, it's just about getting exposure.
That's a good example too, man.
I'm trying to tell you, I've been working. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that movie will teach you a whole lot, man. Like you just like, you know, swapping the places is like him getting to see what it's like being upper class and upper class not even caring about the lower class. Now he get to see what that's like. You feel me? But
and then, once he got there, he assimilated. He became a policeman, right?
Right.
He became a top flight Wall Street guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I always tell cats all the time, people who in the struggle, stuff like that. I got a brother, for the sake of this podcast, we're going to keep his name out. You know who you is. You know what I'm saying? He went from being a drug dealer out here in the streets, moving around, trying to figure it out, to going to school, going through Job Corps, getting his thing, and then continuing on. And now he's down in New Mexico, and he's a drug dealer, but he's a pharmacist. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He's a legal.
Everybody was like, hold on, wait a minute.
He's a legal drug. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's just that thing. He's having this amazing experience where he was exposed to one thing. He made a choice.
He turned the bad into a good.
Right, but he made a choice to go and get some exposure. You know what I'm saying? He went and got exposure elsewhere, and once he was exposed to those circumstances, he moved down to one place, got more exposure, and got himself in, and now he down there living a nice life. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, we approaching our 40s, and he in a space that's real. You know what I'm saying? And like, still one of my heroes. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for these reasons is what I'm saying. Like, the exposure. So when she say the resources, that's how I take it, right? Like, all it takes is just being able to be exposed to these things, and you'll be surprised at what you're about. Yeah. You know what I mean? And because then again, investing in yourself as an adult, as a parent, does nothing but invest in your kids and their future, right? And who the type of adults they're gonna be. Because if you're a resourceful adult, whether you making buku bucks or you nice middle class or upper middle class, lower class, or whatever, the more you expose yourself to, the better off the better you will get. You just get more around it. You know what I mean? It's a big deal, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? So I love that piece. I'm glad we still had that video. But speaking of exposure, I am on the policy council here at with Head Start and with the Community Action Agency. And we did just roll out a new program called, I don't need this. I read it. Awesome. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But we do have a new program to help you get more exposure called Ready Rosie. It's a program that you can, it's like an app that you can find, you know what I'm saying? But if you in Head Start, check with your child center, ask them about it. You can get it through the app. It's an amazing product. It's amazing program that you can catch videos from other parents, actual parenting experts. You can get little tips and stuff like that. And it'll be got real cool stuff that you can do with the kids, right? You got little ways that you can teach the kids stuff and learn with them. Because going back,
you know, stuff that you can incorporate in your everyday parenting.
For sure, you know what I'm saying, and I think it's amazing. I was hip to it, and I you know what I'm saying, it's great. Actually, we have a Ready Rosie video. You know what I'm saying? Let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Run that.
Did you know research says that 75% of third graders are behind in reading? I don't get it. Studies also show that 3/5 of fourth graders have not mastered math. I don't understand fractions, but that sounds bad. I am only in school 35 hours a week. Guess where I am the rest of the time? With you. With you. With you. Sure, I could spend those hours doing this. But research says that talking with you has a huge influence on my brain development. I know what you're thinking. What on earth will we talk about? I know what we can talk about. Let me introduce you to Ready Rosie.
Ready Rosie is all about connecting families with schools and building on strengths. We wanted to create a cohesive way to bridge the gap between school life experiences and home life experiences so that our children can excel at a whole new level. So, how do we do that? What is Ready Rosie? Ready Rosie is a communications and content platform, which means it's a way to receive information and resources directly from your child's teacher. One of the main resources you'll receive is the modeled moment videos that use real families to demonstrate creative learning opportunities. We show you how to take advantage of bringing up conversations and interactions with your child to boost learning in your home life. Each modeled moment video is about 2 minutes long and is intended for you to watch the interaction and then do the activity together with your child. And the best part is, these videos are delivered automatically to your phone or computer via text and email. You'll get a weekly playlist of videos chosen just for you that will even include recommendations coming from your child's teacher. You can also go to the Library tab in your dashboard and search the full library for subjects, locations, learning challenges, or activities you want to focus on. We've also included a section on research and answers, where you can hear early childhood experts share the latest research and advice on discipline, communication skills, and more topics of interest. With Ready Rosie in the palm of your hand, you'll be able to bridge the gap between school life experiences and home life experiences. You can now leverage bringing up conversations, bringing up expectations, and yes, even bringing up grades.
Again, I know what you're thinking. I'm not good at spelling. I don't understand our new math. Guess what? It doesn't matter, and I bet you're better than you think. Usually some important expert would finish his video by telling you why it's important to help me with school. But there's no better expert on me than you. You! I can feel my brain growing.
Hey.
Just let me tell you, man, I love when things come together. That's really what we were talking about all day.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And that was live. The video even said it. There's no better expert. There's no better person who can tell you about the wonderfulness of your child and where they can be than you. I thought that was dope.
No,
So again, this is some wonderful stuff that we got here. Again, if you're part of Head Start, go ahead, talk to your teacher. They'll make sure they send you an invite to get you to be a part of it. If you're not part of Head Start, get a part of Head Start, because it's always good to have.
wrong with being involved.
I'm telling you, you can always find more sunshine with exposure. You know what I'm saying? And that was wonderful. You know what I'm saying?
Very wonderful.
Hey, I loved it. You know what I mean? I think it's about that time.
Yeah, we covered everything, and like I said, use the resources at the Community Action Agency.
For sure. So you know what I'm saying? I do want to dive back into this. Just a quick recap. Because first of all, thank every single parent who participated in these videos, who talked to my wife and answered these questions. One shout out again to my wonderful, wonderful wife. I am nothing without her.
Alicia.
This program, you know what I'm saying, it's up to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely want to pay attention to where the brother said, what the sister said, be a parent.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Just be a parent.
That's where it start.
You know what I'm saying? Be engaged.
Man.
Right?
They dropped some serious gemstones.
Right. What were some other ones that you can remember?
Man, there was so many good ones.
Right.
When she just said, don't treat your children no different. Like, don't play favoritism. Right. In so many words. Like, they touched on a lot of great points that, we also speak about it in the fatherhood program, as well as, we don't, like, when we always say something about the fatherhood program, we don't segregate the women, because without the women, we wouldn't be here. And there's a lot of great fathers out there, and there's some that may need improvement. So that's why we say there's always help here at the Community Action Agency, as well as with the fatherhood program with Mr. Rob Cummins. Yeah, you can see either myself or my brother over there, Andre. If you see us out, don't hesitate to ask a question. If you need some information, if we know it, we're going to answer it. We good. We got y'all. Much love.
Sure. You know what I'm saying? And again, just remember, you know what I mean? There's no such thing as a perfect parent. But you can be the best version of you, which is the perfect you for your child. I think it's amazing. And again, I'm really interested in seeing parents look on Reedy Rosie and stuff like that on the Head Start app. If you're getting a Head Start parent,
leave the comments, y'all. We want to see them. We want to hear them. Everything.
Right. Share, like, subscribe, comment down on the video. Right. We need to keep pushing out there, because again, we parents just like y'all, man. At the end of the day, we just some dads who got some opinions, some thoughts, some jokes.
Right.
Be here with the people. Definitely want to see more of that.
The involvement.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? I love everything that's going on. Shout out again to Rich for being wonderful, man. Riding with us through this whole thing, man. Shout out to our guy, man. Greatest engineer in the world. Shout out to Miss Melanie. Without you and Rich and Rob, for this podcast specifically, you and Rich, without y'all, this is nothing. So we thank you.
We appreciate y'all.
So much appreciate y'all. For real. Hey, shout out to Miss Dotson, because without you approving,
man,
none of this matters anyway.
You.
Matter of fact, we need to get Miss Dotson on this podcast.
Oh yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Miss Dotson, you gotta come through. You gotta come through.
You talk about a sister with some real experience of trying to break real change out here.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to tell a story about what she did, but I'm gonna wait till either if she tell us no next month or we just figure it out ourselves. Do want to do a special shout out real quick and a special thank you. We are in the Cincinnati Community Action, Hamilton County Community Action Agency. I do not know why I can't say Community Action Agency. Yo, this was a bad day for Community Action Agency out of my mouth. But I want to definitely send a special shout out because the new CEO, Mr. Mark Lawson, we want to say thank you and welcome.
Welcome, man. Thank you. Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You're still in place, doing some amazing things.
Yeah, and give us your feedback on the podcast as well. And if you can, go back and watch the other episodes as well. Like, we accept all feedback because we're trying to make it better and better each time.
And come and have a chat with us. We'll love to talk.
Yeah, we got plenty of room here for you.
I think we get into that space where we're ready to start tapping in some interviews. Let's start tapping in some of these people. I think we're doing that. And I do think we all could probably agree we definitely got a new segment here with these videos.
Oh yeah.
I definitely want to make sure we it may not be as many videos. No, it won't be as many videos moving forward in one episode, but we will keep having videos. I'm gonna go scout some out. I'm gonna hit some of these centers, and I'm gonna definitely get some of these videos.
I know myself. I can definitely get some too, most definitely.
See what I'm saying? So
all input is great.
All right, so remember, share, like, subscribe. We do appreciate comment. You know what I mean? We do appreciate it, and
much love to
again. And just like the little kid said, real parents matter, period. Let's just put the one. The real parents matter, so these kids can matter because real families matter. You know what I mean? There's no better teacher for our kids than us, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So with that being said, we sign out.
Yeah, much love to y'all. Use the services here. And like I said, most of the time, I'll be in the building volunteering downstairs. If y'all see me, don't hesitate to ask a question. You know, if you see my brethren over there, don't hesitate to ask. Use the services here. Much love to y'all, man. We out.
All right, we out.
It's time for the perculator. It's time for the perculator.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the presenters and guests, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Cincinnati-Hamilton County Community Action Agency or its Head Start program.